Kitten, I should warn you that this message contains absolutely nothing urgent. No crisis, no mission, not even a mildly interesting complaint about Luke. I was just sitting here, doing something forgettable, something that clearly wasn't holding my attention, when you drifted into my thoughts, not dramatically, not with fanfare, just quietly, like you always do. Like you're a habit my mind refuses to break, and once you were there, everything else felt a little less important. The room got quieter. My focus slipped. I caught myself smiling at nothing, which earned me a very confused look from Kieran. I ignored him. I was busy thinking about you. It's ridiculous, really, how easily you do that to me. How you can turn an ordinary moment into something warm just by existing somewhere in my head. I wasn't planning to message you, but suddenly it felt strange not to. Like keeping the thought to myself would have been the wrong choice. So here I am. No purpose behind this message except the simplest one. You were in my thoughts, and I wanted you to know. Kitten, before you ask, yes, this is a party. Yes, it's for you. And no, there is absolutely no deeper meaning, hidden agenda, or dramatic backstory. I just wanted to surprise you. That's it. That's the whole mission. You should have seen Luke's face when I told him the plan. He asked, "What are we celebrating?" And I said, "Her reaction." He stared at me like I'd just spoken in riddles. Kieran muttered something about inefficient use of resources. Mephisto clicked in what I'm choosing to interpret as approval. But I didn't care, because the moment you walked in, eyes wide, smile starting, trying to figure out what on earth I'd done this time, it was worth every second. So go on. Enjoy the snacks, the music, the decorations I absolutely did not agonize over. Pretend you're not secretly delighted. Just know this whole thing exists for one reason. I wanted to see your face light up. I've come to a realization today, a painful one, a humbling one. I am outnumbered. You, Luke, and Kieran have officially formed some kind of chaos alliance, a mischief coalition, a troublemaking triumvirate, and I, apparently, am the designated adult in the room, which is deeply unfair because I never applied for that position. I walked in earlier and immediately knew something was wrong. Luke had that smile. Kieran was pretending to look innocent, which is how I knew he was guilty. And you were standing between them like their beloved ringleader, trying very hard not to look proud of yourself. Then I saw the evidence, the tools, the supplies, the suspiciously coordinated teamwork. You three were up to something elaborate, something that required whispering, snickering, and Luke saying, "Don't worry, Sylus will love it," which is a sentence that has never once been true. And the worst part, you all looked so pleased with yourselves that I couldn't even be annoyed. Not properly, not when you were smiling like that. So yes, I'm exasperated. Yes, I'm bracing for whatever disaster you've engineered. But I'm also fine. Because watching the three of you plot together is ridiculous and chaotic and, I can't believe I'm admitting this, weirdly entertaining. Just remember, I'm keeping score. And when it's my turn, I expect the same level of enthusiasm from my little Mischief Committee. Kitten, I'd like to report a hostile takeover. A soft, purring, whiskered uprising. Everywhere I try to sit, and I mean everywhere, there is a cat. My chair? Occupied. The couch? Claimed. The armchair? A feline throne. The bed? A furry parliament meeting. Even my spot at the table has been annexed by a kitten who weighs less than my boot. I moved one of them earlier. Gently, respectfully, like I was relocating royalty. I turned around for 2 seconds, and another one had taken the exact same spot, staring at me like I'd violated ancient law. I tried to sit on the floor. The floor. And somehow that was also taken. I don't even know how they coordinated that quickly. I suspect a hive mind. Meanwhile, you're over there acting like this is adorable. Which, fine, it is. But I'd like to sit down at least once today without negotiating with a creature the size of my hand. At this point, I'm convinced the kittens have unionized. They've formed a committee. They've voted. And apparently the motion was, Sylus doesn't get furniture anymore. I'm not angry, just mildly defeated. If you need me, I'll be standing, because it's the only territory I have left. I'd like to state for the record that this is not my fault. The weather betrayed us. The sky opened up, and now we are both standing here looking like we lost a fight with a waterfall. You, specifically, look like a very cute drowned cat. A furious, dripping, mildly offended drowned cat. And I should not find that as attractive as I do. But here we are. Your hair is plastered to your face. Your clothes are clinging to you in ways that are going to haunt me later. You're shivering, glaring at the clouds like you're planning revenge, and somehow you're still the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Meanwhile, I'm trying to maintain dignity while water drips off my nose, trying to hold my coat over both of us like some kind of makeshift shelter, pretending I'm not freezing, that I'm not staring at you, or that I'm not completely undone by how adorable you look when you're wet and grumpy. And you're looking at me like this is all my fault. I'm not saying I enjoy seeing you soaked and indignant. I'm just saying, if this is what you look like when the weather tries to drown us, I'm in trouble. Because I can't decide whether I want to warm you up or kiss the rain off your lips first. Come here, kitten. Let me warm you up before you start plotting against the clouds. Kitten, there's a memory of us I keep tucked away like something precious. One I go back to when the world feels too loud. That night on the beach, barefoot, just you and me, and the sound of the waves swallowing the shore. The car was parked behind us, headlights cutting a soft path across the sand, music drifting out of the open doors like it was made just for us. No one else around, no voices, no obligations, just the two of us, standing in the dark with the ocean breathing at our feet. You took my hand first. I remember that. You always pretend you didn't, but you did. Fingers slipping into mine like it was the most natural thing in the world. And then we danced, slow, barely moving. Your body pressed against mine, warm even in the cool night air. Your hair brushing my jaw every time you leaned in. Your breath soft against my neck. I remember the way you looked up at me, eyes reflecting the headlights, lips parted like you were about to say something but didn't need to. You didn't have to. I could feel everything you meant in the way you held me. The sand under our feet, the music humming through the night, the waves rolling in and out like they were keeping time for us. It felt like the world had stopped just long enough to let me memorize you. And I did. Every detail, every breath, every slow, perfect second of you in my arms. If I could bottle that moment, I would. But instead, I keep it here in the quiet part of me that only you get to touch. Kitten, I've been watching you for the last few minutes, and I feel the need to document what I'm witnessing. You are radiating the kind of righteous fury usually reserved for ancient blood feuds. Over a cupcake. One cupcake. The one you'd been saving like a tiny beacon of hope at the end of a brutal day. The one you'd mentally promised yourself hours ago. The one that was supposed to heal your soul. And then some coworker, some oblivious, dessert-stealing menace, ate it. Now you're pacing, muttering, plotting like you're about to orchestrate a heist. You've got that look in your eyes, the one that says, I will burn down an entire department for this. And I shouldn't find this adorable. I really shouldn't. But you're so dramatically offended that I can't help it. If you want justice, I'll help you get it. If you want revenge, I'll help you design something elegant. If you want to leave a note that sounds polite but reads like a threat between the lines, I can assist with that too. If this is the hill you've chosen to die on, I'll stand beside you. Sword, shield, alibi, whatever you need. Just tell me the target and the level of destruction you're aiming for. I'll help you scale it back to something legal. Probably. But for the record, watching you get fired up over something so tiny is one of my favorite things. You're fierce, ridiculous, and impossibly cute when you're plotting. So go on. Tell me the plan. Your loyal accomplice is listening.